Well, it's about understanding your client. You know, before you start your marketing, before you go to any sales interaction.
Hello, I've got Dylis Guyan with me again. Welcome back, Dylis.
Hello again, John.
Hey, we've talked about the first of three mistakes that salespeople and sales business owners, etc., make in trying to prospect and generate some new business. And the first was persist, right? Don't give up too soon.
That's right.
The second is?
The marketing and their approach is all about me, my product, or my company, whether it be in the marketing material or in fact when they get in front of a prospect.
And you know, sometimes it's not their fault that they're doing that, because the company, as we discussed in our first interview, is driving them to talk about their product.
Yeah.
But you know, something I say to a lot of salespeople is, go and have your first discussion with a customer or communications, whatever it is, email or whatever. Make sure you don't discuss your company or your product once.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, yes.
So tell me, why are you saying don't discuss product or company or whatever?
Because if your approach is about your product, your company, or about you, the prospective client generally won't read, listen, or buy from you, because you haven't created any value. It's, they're not interested. I've seen websites that say, we have been in financial services for 25 years. Well, who cares?
So what? Yeah.
Who cares? One that I loved was, we look at team innovation and strategy. Well, that's not going to resonate with anyone. So your message has to resonate with what's going on in the head of your prospective client.
And that's going to be nothing to do with the product or the company.
Absolutely right. And sometimes the client doesn't even know that they've got a problem, and they very often, and I would say most times, don't know the financial impact of that problem.
Okay, so understanding this is a problem, we don't talk about our product or company. What do we talk about, and how do we prepare ourselves for talking about that?
Well, it's about understanding your client. You know, before you start your marketing, before you go to any sales interaction with a prospective client, you must understand them as an individual client. So it's about looking at their website, it's about looking on LinkedIn, it's about doing all of that research, but also understanding the marketplace in which they operate. So that you go along...
And the challenges that
absolutely
companies in that marketplace are facing.
Yes.
Because if one's facing it, another's likely to be facing it.
Yes, absolutely right.
Okay.
I remember, again, a number of years ago, I'd put a pharmaceutical company into google.com/alerts. So Google Alerts, which is great for giving you sort of trigger events and research information. And I got this email telling me that they'd issued the financial report. And when I looked in it, there was an executive summary, and the chairman was saying, we've had a fantastic year, 25% up on last year, which was phenomenal results. But they were being negatively affected to the tune of 5% on currency fluctuation.
Right.
So when I sent my initial email, it was, Dear Mark, I noticed from your financial report that your chairman said, and I cut and pasted that information from the financial report into the email and said, I work with companies just like yours, helping them to increase revenue and mitigate that 5% in loss in currency fluctuation.
Something that they're top of mind,
completely
currently quite concerned about. It may impact their financial year the next year. Of course they're going to talk to you.
Of course. I got a reply to that email within half an hour. I made a phone call and we talked about them. We talked about that issue. We talked about the impact and really quantified it. And they asked me to go along and talk to the board. And one of the board members said to me, but Dylis, how did you know that? How did you find that out? I said, because I'm interested in you as a company, and I'd been doing some research. And he went, I can't believe it. And it is such a key issue
And
for
yet they
us.
published in their annual report.
That's right. That's right.
Classic.
Yeah. And I subsequently got the work.
And it sounds to the way you're talking about this, you didn't discuss your service or the product or anything until well down the track.
John, the even funnier thing, and maybe it's not so funny, but, I set up my business and at that time of generating that work and work with a lot of international companies, I was like a tadpole in an ocean working, and my competition was the big giants in the industry. They didn't ask me.
No.
But I had loads of testimonials from companies that I'd worked with that could substantiate what I was saying and the results that they had got.
And they saw that you were going to make a difference for their company.
Completely.
And therefore invest.
And I was bringing these insights. And of course, since then, there are products on the market now that companies can put in place to mitigate that currency fluctuation. But then, that was the situation.
Hey, it's a great message. It frustrates me so often when I go, and often I hop on board with a salesperson. We go out talk to customers and so on, and the first thing they start talking about is their product or company. I'm Joe Bloggs. I'm from XYZ company.
Yeah.
We've been in this business 25 years. We really understand the sort of issue.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. So the message to the audience is here, it doesn't matter how good your product, how good your company, how the depth of the company and the depth of the trust you've got with your other customers and so on, you don't talk about your company or your product when you're approaching customers. It's got to be about the customers.
Absolutely, 100% customer focus.
Thank you very much for the message. Look forward to the next time we talk.
Look forward to it, John. Bye for now.